J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Have my lights falling down over here. Turn the lights down low so they fall on you. Anyway, what's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome. I appreciate everybody for coming through. We're going to break down the latest episode of Force Power Book 4. And later, I'm going to have a guest. They've been having some technical difficulties. That was part of the delay. Hopefully, they can get it together and make it today, because I do have somebody that I did look forward to bringing on today and introducing. But if it don't work today, it's always another day. You see, I put on my little Force. Look, I got a lot of room because that belly meat is gone. If y'all seen me recently in my car videos, I have been losing weight. My belly was big. Anyway, I appreciate all the love and support everybody's had for seeing this episode and seeing me on there. And it feel like we all on that show, we all winning. So, hey, all y'all that's been real and rocking since day one, and not y'all that be here and then go and watch the haters and laugh with them. No, all the real ones here, hey, we winning. We doing it. We came up together, and that's what it's about, you know. So I'm happy for you all to be happy more than myself, actually. So definitely appreciate it. Let me get to some of the comments. LaCream, what's good? Nikki B, what's up, Nikki? You say, yes, Jay, I saw you. I was like, my man, that's right. That is right. And I'm happy for all of you all. And yes, that is right. You can say that because we've been there. We like this. We've been rocking together. All my real ones. Rashonda, you know, what's up, sis? You know, all of y'all can claim it. Some of the other ones, don't be faking the funk. Anyway, what's up, Marcus Bell? You say, I see you, Jay, with power, providing you with more airtime. Hey, man, as much air as you can get is always good. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I ain't gonna never complain. Hopefully, me and my hermano, my partner, we have even more next season, you know, or this season. Gotta wait and see. Who knows? You know, Sheena, what's up, Sheena, my girl? I know you was happy and excited. I appreciate it as well. And all of y'all been really, really good, really dope. B, what's up? All of y'all that's been rocking with me for years. Hey, I know how I feel. And it's weird when you do kind of film work, because it's like it's old to me. It was a year ago. But it's like new again because ain't nobody else saw it. So, you know, I'm happy everybody finally get to see it and I get to talk about it a little bit. So definitely I'm gonna get to a couple more comments and then I'm gonna get to the breakdown and let you, you know, get to know a little bit about the Rojas organization. All right, Jay Lynn, you say it was an awesome job. I appreciate it. I tried to do what I could, you know. Nikki B, what's up? What's up? You loving the shirt? I tried to put on a little something, represent. All right, now I got my partner in crime, literally. My man, Rickson, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem, man. Glad to have you, you know. So hey, the episode finally aired. I know you excited. It's finally out.
It's a relief. A relief.
Big relief. Big relief. What's some of your people saying now that they seen you finally out?
Grandma, mom, you know, co-workers. It's been quite the last couple hours since last night. But yeah, you know what? I'm just excited, man. It came out great. I think everything was I think it was a year ago, like you said. So like what I remember of it, barely remember any of it because it was like it was a lot going on when we did it, but
Right.
I think it turned out great.
Out there, yeah, it did, and it's good to see everybody else's parts come together and see how it all turned out. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Definitely, definitely. So, before we get into the little bit of the show, I'll give you a little bit of time to tell people a little bit about yourself, your journey, and you know how you got into acting and all of that before we get into the show, if you want.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm about 10 years on the shelf. I went to Columbia College over 10 years ago. I graduated with a degree. Back then, there was really nothing going on, though. There was no film. I was doing a lot of print work, and I had my son really young, so I really wasn't doing like everybody else. I was going to work full time and then doing the work on the side, pretty much. So I don't know. I just kind of I gave it, I gave it some time, did some print, and then my agency's closed, and I just kind of walked away from it. And then with everything happening now, all the shows opening up, and then I got some friends that are actually on other shows, just got me motivated again. And I started training, and just training right before. I'm cursed though. I started training right before COVID, and we had to shut it down. And then after COVID, then we were doing all Zoom acting classes. I got with some good teachers, and then well, now we're in the strike. So here we are. But I did get to train with some really cool people, and they just kind of cut the fat off from me. So I learned, quick on the job because it was like my first job after how long with you. So
Right,
when I got to
right.
set, it was like, oh shit, this is real. This is happening. This ain't Zoom. This is like all these extras coming in and are watching you. You could hear people breathing. So
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
just after the first couple of takes, man, it was on. I'm just happy to get back in now, and the show is, it's a good show. So it's right up the alley of everything I grew up, gangster movies.
Right.
I'm 2%
Yeah.
Italian, so Goodfellas, and then you got King of New York, and Mean Streets, and Blood In Blood Out, man. That's like my
Hey,
stuff. So
Casino, all
yeah,
that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. So yeah, I went to Columbia also, So yeah, I got a similar, kind of thing. I was kind of getting into it and then life happened, and then I ended up moving out of the city, and different things happened, and then accident and things. So it took a while for me to kind of get back into it as well, but like doing this YouTube for the last 7 years or so kind of got me back into the swing of things, so to speak. So,
so how did it
so
help you from the YouTube to the stage, though? Did you have a hard time with the transition?
no,
Like,
it was more of getting my mind back into, all right, I used to be able to do this. I was
yeah,
used to doing it one way. I never thought, okay, well, now I'm in this situation. Let's try to do roles or do something in this situation. I didn't think of it that way. I was thinking like, well, I can't do it no more because what I used to do and how I do it, I can't do it anymore. But then doing this and talking with people and stuff, it made me realize, you know what? I still can do that. I'll do it again. I'll give it another try. And before doing that, I had went back and doing stand-up comedy again and stuff. So it kind of doing this kind of made me think, you know what, I could still just do it this way. No, it ain't how I would have preferred, and no, it ain't how it was planned, but that's life. You got to make the most of what you got. You know what I'm saying? The
for
old
sure, for sure.
saying, get lemons, make lemonade. So that's what I had to do. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah,
well, I'm not a quitter. You know what I mean? That ain't how we is in the city. So we raised, I'm gonna just, I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna just have to figure out something else. So that's what it was. So, it was good that it happened to be at the perfect time and where you didn't have to go and do so many auditions in person, and you could do it on Zoom and computer. I was like, well, that's perfect now because I don't have to be going through so much. And then you don't even get the part, whereas I can do auditions and be comfortable still. So I was like, well, that's perfect. And then with the way things was changing with inclusion and diversity and stuff, now they actually want a real person. They could have just put anybody and just said, pretend like you can't, walk or whatever. So they
Yeah.
trying to actually get that, or like if it's somebody in the LGBT community, they try to actually get people like that now. So it actually opens more doors and opportunities for people, to get back in that's in certain situations. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely wide open. I was a little bit more cynical when I started again, thinking it's the same as about 10 years ago, but it's not the case. Dialect, everything's changed, so it's like a little bit. It is wide open to like get these parts
Mhm.
and audition for some good stuff. Stuff with some substance at least.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So it's been a big difference. And I like it, because you can also do more auditions and things for more gigs uh through Zoom and stuff, instead of having to travel to this spot, travel to that spot, waiting in all day for this, waiting all day for that. You can get 2 or 3 in one day if you had it like that.
Yeah,
So
I'm not very good with in person auditions. Like it's just the nerves, I guess, get to me. Behind the camera in my office, there's a lot more range, and then you can pick it up. You just have to transfer it over to live once you get the part. But yeah, in person
yeah,
was always a little different for me. I'm a little more
yeah.
introverted.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I can see that because this is very controlled at home. You got your camera, it's not really anybody looking at you. It's people on the other end on the camera, but they're not in your face. And so it can be a little different if you prepare this way, and then when you show up, if in person, yeah, you got eyeballs on you
Yeah,
right in front of you.
they
Yeah.
warned me about that too, though. They said, "Watch it. You're a Zoom actor. You're gonna go right to the set. It's gonna be different." And sure enough, that was the case. Once you got
Yeah.
there, you see us, you see the suits, you see the cameras, you see the
Hmm.
extras. Nothing that was in the room with you when you were auditioning, and then the rehearsal time is very short. So you're going in there like, okay, do this, and like, all right, okay.
Right, right. Yeah, that's true. That's a great point. That's a great point. Um, just a little with me, I really only get nervous when I didn't really like do my homework or prepare for stuff. And then I'll be nervous. I'll try to improv or wing stuff and whatever. But I really like prepare or something so that I don't be nervous. That's just how I am. Everybody got their own processes, you know what I'm saying? So I try to over prepare because of my nerves, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? And that way I never really been like starstruck or had a certain way in front of people, but I will feel a certain way if I don't have my stuff right. You know what I mean?
right, right,
So,
right, right.
so yeah. All right. Well, man, great getting to know you and breaking it down. I'm gonna get to a couple comments and then we gonna break down Power, what you think about the show as far as the characters and stuff, and then we'll break down what we going through and what the Rojas organization should be doing in the future. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Exactly.
yeah. Now I did just get a lot of great comments that they loving what we talking about. Hope is lovely. Just sent a 1999 super chat to the channel. I appreciate you. Hope is lovely for coming through. Spreading love up in here, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I am strong. Peaches said, I love the inclusion. More money for everybody. That's definitely the case. Definitely the case. Can't complain on that. Shy Girl 64. I just saw the episode. I'm proud of you, Jay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Let me get to some of these other comments you had up here. Says yo Queen Yolanda, sup JM and guest at the panel and chat. I appreciate it. And this is my man Rickson Romero. He's my right hand man in the pen. So definitely. Now let me ask you this. What do you think about how it turned out as far as we are supposed to be in prison, but for those that don't know, a little behind the scenes info, we was actually at the park district. So
Yeah, yeah.
how you think that turned out?
It was something, because when you walked in, it was like a cave. It's Humboldt Park. I've been there. I've been to the park, but yeah, walking in there, it was like a whole different animal. Once we got there, like it was hot too. I remember it being really hot, but they said from the transition to what I saw to the camera, it was amazing. Like you couldn't. I mean, you would think you're on a regular set, like a regular CineSpace set. But yeah, it was definitely something, definitely an experience. I remember getting there too early though, and I got there I waited. I know you came out, and I waited probably 4 extra hours, like just
Wow.
outside, and people were coming up to me and asking me, "Are you okay?" And I'm just trying to stay in, like try to stay in a mood.
Right,
And
right,
I just remember, I just remember walking around Humble in my shit,
right,
and
right.
people staring at me.
Wow, I didn't know you was there that early.
I got there too early. They're like, "You want to come to the set?" And I'm thinking, "Yeah, sure, I'll sit around," And then I got there. I was like, "No, I can't sit in here." The walls got smaller. The more I sat there, the walls started coming in on me. I had to get out of there. I was like, "No, I ain't
Right. Start overthinking too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, too much
yeah,
time to think."
yeah. Too much time to think. I was asleep.
Yeah.
I was asleep, man. I can't be up that much like that because, like you say, you start thinking and overthinking and this and that, and you get inside your own head, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I thought that was really cool how that the room, the break room or whatever, where I met the lawyer and stuff, they put that together. That wasn't even like a real room.
You couldn't tell. Like those showers, I don't even know if those showers were that shower with the at the end. That was,
Yeah,
I think they made that too, right?
they made that. That was just a little room. It wasn't nothing in there. They put those showers on the wall. Those things, they didn't actually work, but they put them on there. It looked good. And then the window was even broken. But I asked them, like, how are you guys gonna do this with the window broken? It's like, we're gonna fix it in post. And sure enough, you can't even tell the window is broken or any of that stuff in there. So yeah, they did a damn good job. And it was kind of dark in there. But
Yeah.
yeah, but you can't tell. You can't tell at all. So I was impressed with that. Definitely. Um, I see Nikki B said Columbia and NYC. No, Columbia College, Chicago. It's an
Chicago.
art school. It's one of the biggest art schools in the country. For music, film, dance, all kind of arts.
It's a
Uh,
lot more. It's theater heavy though. There wasn't a lot of
yeah, they got a lot
TV
of
and film acting. It's a different style. So when you get
yeah.
there, if you want to do TV and film, you gotta kind of learn how to tone it down
Right,
and
right.
keep it a little bit. Everything's more of a whisper than a scream or a projection.
Yeah, because theater and stuff is different. You ain't really wearing microphones and the performance and stuff. But I used to the class. They got a couple theaters in the classroom and things over there and stuff. So it's a good school, really good school. But no, not Columbia in New York. That's an Ivy League school. It's a different, whole different background and stuff. You know.
Max Archinega, he went to Columbia too. He's on the show, and so
Oh,
did
okay.
one
Tommy
of the
went to
young.
Columbia.
Yeah, I think everybody's from over there. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool.
Joe Sikora went to Columbia. So yeah, definitely. All right. Let's get into let me see, make sure I ain't missing out on any other comments. All right. So let's get into the show a little bit. Now, what do you think about Force in season 2, how it's going? We see CBI and Jannard and all of them having a little split, and Diamond, as we know, we got beef with Diamond and CBI.
Yeah, we don't like
uh,
them.
we don't like them at all. No, not at all. So what do you think about how the show going and Tommy and everything and what they trying to do with the characters and stuff?
It's just like a throwback gangster war. You got the Irish, you got the Latino, you got the it's just about everybody going to war here. I mean, the split of the faction, that's a pretty good storyline in itself. you know, that Jannard is just he's having a hard time. And then you got,
Yeah,
you know, you
yeah,
got the Flynns. I mean, that's just another, that actor, Tommy Flanagan. That's just a cool guy, man. Just the delivery, everything that guy does is just amazing to me.
yeah, yeah. Fire. They definitely stepped it up. Now we see in this last episode that, well, in the second episode, that Tommy kind of killed one of the Serbs and then killed Miguel's people and then set it up to make it look like the Serbs. And then in this episode, we see that after they break off this dude hand with the liquid nitrogen, which was pretty dope. What you think about breaking them off with the liquid nitrogen in there?
Yeah, that was straight up Cartel. I mean, I think I read for I think that I read for that. I would imagine
Oh
screaming
yeah,
my. I read for that Flores guy, I think, and I think I would have been interesting, yeah, to get my hand chopped off. That was some good shit though.
that was. I wonder how they did that in post. I forgot about that as far as the special effects. I do a little ratings for every show, and I got a little rating scale that I do, and so I got a category for special effects. And I forgot about that part, but that was pretty good special effects for a TV show.
That's a brutal way to get your hand taken off.
Man, horrible, horrible. So now, you know, he feel him and Diamond that they ain't got the heat on them, and they trying to get more product and move the product. So what we see is that they trying to move in on our turf. Now we see that they was in the pen moving product or whatever, and then here I come, both of us, and we see what's going on. Now, how do you think this is gonna all play out in the end? We later see they set me up uh when I was coming in there.
Yeah, they definitely squeezed you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. My belly was too big for that anyway, right there. But what do you think, you know, how we gonna handle this, man, with CBI now trying to move product on our turf and trying to cut off the pipeline, man? What you think is gonna happen next,
Well,
man?
hopefully in the future, you know, we get the chance to see how we handle it, you know. So we'll see what transpires from all this. I mean, I think she had you in the I think with the last time she had you in the she had you in that bathroom, you know, telling
Yeah.
you got to give up the pipeline. So we'll see what happens with that. Interesting to see. You know, we'll see how if there's any cracks over on the other side, though. We'll see what happens with Tommy and Diamond. You
Hmm.
know, if everything can you know, keep going the way it is for them.
Yeah, definitely. Because one of the things that they said in that episode, in this episode, is she was saying that if I didn't play ball, I would get more time. And also that they got the lawyer that they trying to help. Now I blew her off at first, but now that I'm pretty much playing ball, who knows? Maybe we may be out in the future on the streets.
How much time do you think you have? Do you know? Like as far as your
I don't know exactly, but from what I was told, I think I probably only got a year or two left
and they were
at the
trying to add a
most.
year to you. Yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if I had a lot of time, one more year wouldn't make no difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. So hopefully season 3, we running stuff. We gonna have our own cartel moving.
I
You
hope so. They gotta let my scummy ass out though. Hopefully I only got a year too.
Right. I gotta get my right hand man out of there. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Gina say, I like that scene. That's what's up. Appreciate it. Definitely was a good scene, man. You was definitely in the zone, man, with the voice and everything, man. You had me fooled for a minute. Hey man, we can get our product into the joint, mano.
Yeah, I tried, bro. I tried to keep it, and then they were yelling at me to bring it up, you know.
Oh yeah, they were saying you was too low.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't do it. You know, I didn't want to say nothing, but I was like, I can't do this voice that much longer.
Yeah, man, that was funny, man. You was doing a good job, though, man. Definitely, you was in the zone, man. Definitely. Yeah. So we see Jannard. He got a big problem. You know what I'm saying? He didn't got his car repoed. He got his crew not listening to him.
Got
I
that
mean,
habit.
man, got that booger sugar habit. What you think is gonna be the fate for Jannard and the way his crew is looking right now?
Like low key, I hope he. You know what? I hope he lasts through. His character's he's a heavy character, man. He brings a good heavy storm to everything he's doing. You know, so hopefully we see him for the next couple of episodes. You don't want that faction dropping yet. You know, even though we don't like them, but as far as the storyline and the way it's playing out, hopefully we get there's some longevity to that arc.
Yeah, definitely. I do like what Chris Lofton brings, you know, Jannard to the table. He is a good thug actor. And you know, as far as the moves that he's making, he's pretty much isolated now, and he don't have any respect with his crew because they already wasn't listening to him. Now you on foot. You didn't got your car repoed. You ain't got nothing to go for, and you on drugs now, which they all gonna look down on getting high on your own supply.
Yeah,
I don't know
he's got his guy possibly flipping on him too. I think
which one.
or he questioned what's his name? Oh my god, I forgot the guy.
Well, just say I don't be remembering their names either.
Yeah, there's one guy
the
that was
short dude, the shorty.
Yeah, the feds had him for a second, and Jannard had him, so you never know with that too.
He choked him out with the seatbelt. You talking about him?
Did. Yeah, he did get him at the end. My bad.
Yeah, he got him. But see, the problem with that was that he kind of did it at the spur of the moment. He probably got his DNA all over him like they made love. You know what I mean? And then he just dumped him over there in the garbage and then driving his car around. Yeah. He probably, if the feds do their homework, they'll see he probably the last phone call he had and all of that stuff. So
yeah, you got that CPD agent on everything now too, and he's pretty sharp with everything as far as picking up, knowing the streets, and then they got that task force. I guess they're starting to develop over there. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Mm-hmm. But he is definitely getting very sloppy with his work, so we'll see what happens.
Let's see. Hope is Lovely said Tommy is watching Jannard. I guess that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, he definitely got his eye on him, and you know, he trying to see if he can make the moves to handle that mess up. Because like Tommy say, if you don't do it, then I'm gonna come for you. But the tricky part is he did kill old boy, but that detective cop, he was trying to warn him that Tommy will kill you. So now that cop will probably think Tommy killed him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Instead of Jannard. I mean, all he got to do is a little bit of homework and see it was Jannard, but he probably would just go straight for Tommy, which would probably bring more heat on him and what he's doing. So it probably ain't gonna be too good for him, you know. Like my girl Nikki B say, it was very sloppy, definitely very sloppy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that all come back. One of the characters that I do like, and I want you to tell me what you think about Claude. What you think about her? And oops, pushed the wrong thing. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Her daddy robbed her, took the money, then he like, I'll take the fucking security from you. You want to mess with a fucking friend? You don't want to do that. You mess me up with Dublin. You change the passwords to the Alice's house.
I'll tell you what, though, she's cold-blooded, man. We'll see what happens with her.
Yeah, man. Do you think Daddy gonna allow Tommy to really get close to her and take her out?
I don't think so. I think that Flynn's very. I think he's gonna be he's very protective of his kids, even though it doesn't, you know, that they don't reciprocate. But yeah, I think in the end, I think he's gonna protect them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you
There he
think?
is.
There you go. And you see this the scars on his face. You know that's real. I
Yeah,
think
but
you know what they call that?
mm-mm.
That's some like gangster stuff that happened. So they call that like the Italian smiley face or something like that.
Yeah, he's been in. I mean, as far as the actor, man, he's been in. He's from the. I grew up in the '90s, so like that guy was in
Yeah,
every good movie.
yeah, yeah. All about the Benjamins.
Yeah,
He was young then.
Braveheart,
Braveheart.
Gladiator,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he excellent actor. Excellent.
Face Off. Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
in some. So he's been in some really good movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And between him and Tommy in this season, I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. And I like when they was there talking by the river downtown, and he was telling them, when he called him a mope, when old boy called him a mope, and he called him a laddie. What you think about that little scene and the power dynamic between Tommy and Flynn? Do you think Tommy may take him out one day?
it's hard to say, but Tommy's a demon. So if I had to choose between the two, I'm going on Tommy's side with that. Yeah, that guy just seems like he gets away with it. You know, he sets everything up. He's very smart. His character, doesn't really make mistakes. So plus he's Tommy. I mean, that's it. That's it right there.
Right. He got that plot armor.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think? Hold on, let me get to my girl Gina. She said, why did they tell the community about the task force? They should have kept that close to the vest. What you think about when they announced that with the little young boy giving the speech, and they announced on TV they got a joint task force because of that little girl?
It wasn't very smart. To be out in the open like that, and then you have the CBI crew there already listening.
Right.
So it's like, okay, they already know what you're gonna do. You see faces too. You see all these people that are talking. You know who they are. So, not a good move. Well, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, definitely. What do you, Damian Kenny? What's up, my brother? He say Vic could have changed the password. Vic is sabotaging the organization. I was thinking that also. What do you think about how Vic is trying to sabotage the Flynn organization? You think this the best move to try to do it from the inside, or he tripping? He go.
I think I think he's just in a different headspace right now. So he's not really thinking logically about anything. The way his character is going, I mean, that guy's a mess. You lost your girl, though. I mean, who wouldn't be a mess? I mean, he's going through it.
Yeah, and he's in like a scorched earth type place. Like, oh, I lost everything in his mind. So, and then he blames Daddy for it. So he like, oh, I'm gonna take you down then and make you suffer like I'm suffering.
So who do you think stronger, though, Vic or Claudia?
I actually think Claudia is stronger. I think if she was a man, she'd be running it.
She'd be running it. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, if she was a man. And really, it's if she was a man because of Daddy, because he don't believe in the woman doing it.
They're old school.
Old school, yeah, old school. And they ain't going to have no woman coming to tell nobody what to do in Dublin, a room full of men. So that just wouldn't happen. But yeah, she's smart enough to be running it, and she wants to. So, Vic don't want to, and he is not as smart as her, but he ain't dumb. But and I think she made a big mistake when she killed that chemist so quick. I was about
to say, she point blank right there,
Yeah, definitely. And I don't even think, does she know Tommy is the one that did it yet? I don't think she know, does she?
That dropped the generic out on the street? I don't think so.
No. Yeah, definitely. So Neek just said, Neek XO said Tommy admitted to leaking the recipe, so the Flynn family is done by the end of the season. Well, I don't know about that so much, but I'm about them being done by the end of the season. But he definitely hurt Claudia. It didn't really mess with Walter and them, I don't think, just yet. That's why he was like, "You think you're fucking with my business?" He like, "I put a dent in your business. You think you put a dent in my business?" So he pretty tall too. I didn't know he was that tall when they were standing there.
Yeah, they were head to head, right?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never seen you've been on set with them. I've never seen them up close as far as them. I've seen
Mhm.
Jannard. Jannard's a big dude.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't got big.
And
Yeah,
Diamond, shit, Diamond's
Diamond's big. Yeah, Diamond's big dude too. So when you were there on set, speaking of big dudes, a little behind the scene info. Did you see the security guard there?
I saw a couple there. They had
He was like 7'6", seven
yeah.
foot seven. That was the biggest dude I ever saw in person. 7'6" or 7'7".
Yeah,
Yeah.
is he? I gotta go rewatch it. Like, where is he? Where is he in the?
Oh, he just a set security.
Yeah.
He ain't in the
Yeah, he
movies.
was.
Yeah. So if like people try to come on the set and try to like be in messing with stuff, they pulled him out.
Yeah, that's too big to be pulling out. No one's gonna do anything there.
Heck no, ain't nobody gonna come up in there with that big ass dude, walk up in there, put that big old hand in front of somebody and move him out the way. And he's so big, and his knees was like going down. You see his knee was like knock knee, and he
I
still
thought
was humongous.
I thought he was part of the team. I thought he was like one of the guards. You know, I figured, oh, he's just part of big ass guard. You know.
Yeah, in real life is what he was. He wasn't playing the role. He was a big ass guard in real life. But yeah, that would have been cool if he was in the set though. But
Oh,
you know,
behind the scene, how about the cafeteria guys?
which
They were a
one?
trip. All of them. The ones
Oh
behind.
yeah,
We were doing some stuff with them, and it was they didn't make it, of course, but like there was a lot going on there with
yeah,
with those guys
yeah,
smiling, blowing kisses at us, and like
yeah. I was wondering if that was gonna make it.
I was hoping, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why. So from everybody watching, what Rickson is talking about is the scene where we go to get the lunch and we're together and get the product. The guys that was there putting the product under the trays, dude was like smiling at us and blew a kiss and this and that. Which I was kind of like confused, like, man, what the hell? Which then I kind of leaned into it and it made me look even madder.
Yeah,
Like,
I started seeing it, so I started like, well, let me posture up while they're doing it, see what happens. And the guy was smart. He started doing it back. So I think we did it for like a whole hour, just going back and forth, me mugging.
Uh-huh. Yeah, these two guys right here is who we talking about, right here. And this guy, he the one that blew a kiss and smiled. And I'm like, man, what the? The first time he did it, I almost smiled, like, man, what the hell? Like, man, he caught me off guard, but then I kind of just got back into the role and got mad, like, that's our product. So, but yeah, man, they did a really good job, and this looks like a prison cafeteria, so to speak. And this was just all put together in the Park District little area where they have. What would they have here? I guess if you wanted a picnic or something right here or something.
Yeah, there was like that, and then I walked into like a giant field house up there.
Yeah,
and they were having something going on when I was there because I walked through them. But it was a big spot, man. Everything was big over there. Like it was like a huge layout.
Mm-hmm.
And then our base camp was like what? We had to take a van from base camp to the set.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was. I remember that driving in the van with a couple other co-stars there.
Yeah, they had that for me also, but we wasn't that far away. But we was far away though, kind of. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of space where we were actually filming. For like people to be parked or come up or whatever. Yeah. When I first came, they thought I was just somebody trying to drive up over there as well. They like, hey, this is a closed set today. You can't come. I'm like, hold on, man. It's
Yeah,
my
you know what?
organization.
I had the same shit happen. I had when I was outside trying to collect myself, get myself together. One of the girls pointed at me like this. She goes, "Come over here." And I'm looking. I'm like, "What the fuck?" You know. So she pulls me in, and then she walks me into the room with everybody, with the rest of the extras. And then my girl found me, and she's like, "What are you doing in here?" I'm like, "Well, she put me here, you know." So I'm just
She thought you was probably one of the extras over there.
yeah. So they pulled me out, and then she saw us when we were leaving. At the end, when we were done, and I was pushing you outside, you know, we took you outside, and then she looked at me like, "Oh shit, okay." You know, I'm new to everything, so I'm just all submissive. I'm like, okay, I'll go with you. You know, yeah, she stuck me in the room, and I just stood there. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, they don't. Everybody trying to do their jobs and stuff,
Yeah.
and they didn't know, and instead of asking, they just automatically assuming and this and that. So yeah. Neek XO said, "Was it cold this time?" I'll let you answer that one. Was it cold when we were filming?
No, it was beautiful. It was no, it was hot, man. It was beautiful when we started shooting because it was like the sun was setting out there. It was hot though. Like I remember it being really humid. With my long ass hair, I just remember it was just I was constantly trying to keep that shit down, you know. And when we were sweating, I was sweating in there. When I was done with everything, I mean, you could have like with my clothes. It was just
Oh wow.
adrenaline, and yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
It was like we did it in what were we doing in June, right?
No, it wasn't.
Late
Was it
June,
June? It
late
was
June.
somewhere in the summertime, though. Yeah. So late June. Yeah. Yeah, it was because it wasn't 4th of July yet and stuff. So yeah. Yep. Late June, and
Where those
it was hot. You're right.
where those showers were, where you got squeezed by the officer, you know, what she's telling you, that was hot in there.
It was.
When everything was rolling, I went in there and I was like choking in there. There's people, all the other actors are all laughing, taking pictures. It was like 99 in there. Like it was, I was down.
Wow. Yeah, I was. They had a fan on in there when we was filming, which I was surprised it didn't pick up on the sound, but it was hot, and the whole time, and while I was filming, I got like a paper napkins or whatever in my pockets or whatever under there, and it was just like drenched from wiping my sweat all the time. And then you got to kind of like pat it because of the makeup or the tattoos.
Yeah, the tats.
I rub off, yeah, my tats off my face. So definitely.
You had yours here, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't have any tats on my face or neck in real life. So
I thought you had these were real. I thought that was real when I saw it.
nope, no tats on my face. They did a good job.
Did they ever say what we were though? Like on our, there's no name, right?
No, that it actually wasn't even nothing really special. I think it was like
Cobra.
like a cobra, yeah, a cobra, and just design look cool. They just was just getting random stuff. None of it made any sense just yet. Maybe if they start to so close-ups and stuff really, maybe we'll see close-up of the cross or this or that. Really ain't none. But if they maybe want to show something one day, maybe they may make it make sense. But those are just random tats. But they did look good. A lot of people think that they were real and asked me that. Even family, they like, man, I didn't know you had a tat on your face. I'm like, I don't. So let me see. I had a good couple comments right here. Let's see. Neek want to know, did you meet Tommy? You meet Tommy?
I never met Tommy. I met everybody through the table read, which was Zoom. So I never had the chance to be on the set. Max is Nietzsche is Miguel's right hand. That's my teacher.
Oh, okay.
I trained with him before I got on this show. Like I trained with him. I took about 3 classes. He's the one that kind of straightened me out with everything. How he's crazy too in Breaking Bad.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's legit. Like this guy, like saved my life as far as learning how to act on like to speed everything up. You know.
Right.
So that was
right.
the one guy like I knew as far as and then everybody else I seen just through the table read. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully one day I'd love to meet him.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely gives another shout out and props. What's your man's name that
Max Arcienega.
Okay. Say it again, please.
Max Arcienega.
Okay. Shout out to Max, man, for definitely helping out and putting you on and all of that good stuff,
And then another Charles Andrew Gardner right now, who's president of SAG here in Chicago. He's another teacher, very good teacher that helped me out with getting acquainted with film.
Right. Yeah, definitely. That's what's up, man. And we all need a little handout, and a little help in life. The only problem I have is when you do help somebody or whatever, and then they turn around and do things they shouldn't, So
yeah, I run into that. I've been lucky. I run into some really good people this time around, like really good people that just helped me out when I needed it. So I'm grateful for that. I met you. Shit, man, you made it easy for me. Like, I got on that set. We clicked right away, and after the first couple of takes, we were good to go, man. I felt comfortable. Like, you made it real easy for me to like, hopefully the future jobs are gonna be like that too. But it's good to have a partner. What you want to do, you want to try to make your partner look good. That's my whole thing with you. I want to make you look good, and it was vice versa, of course. But yeah, you helped me a lot. Like, you were cool. You didn't have to be. A lot of people,
Well, I appreciate it, man. It's good to hear. I mean, I try to do on the others as you want them to do on to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it don't always work that way, but I don't let the haters or those ones that don't do right in the world. I try not to let them get to me and ruin it for future. So it's good to hear because I appreciate it. I tried to be make you look good as well. You know what I mean, and make it work. So I'm glad it all came together. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Let's see. Got a couple other questions in here that I missed. Let's see. There's a lot of people talking about Tommy. Let's see. Jazzy Mac, I don't understand why Diamond and Tommy told Miguel about the prison pipeline. What do you think about that? When they did kind of tell Miguel that they got another little avenue available. You think that was smart? Maybe he might try to cut it off. You would think he may have had something to do with us already.
Yeah.
But what you think on that?
I think with the money coming in, why complain? Why even ask? But he was told. But I think in the long run, I mean, he's connected to the La M. He got the cartel thing going, so that's a lot bigger than what they're doing. That's a bigger animal, So.
Oh yeah.
You never know.
Oh yeah.
Or how deep they go and what they know and what they already know. So. I think.
Yeah. What you think about when he said, "Hey, you go to war"? The cartel told him, "Hey, we're gonna get your daughter or your woman or your sister."
That was too much, right?
Hey, he like, wait a minute.
He kept going.
Yeah, that was deep right there. He like, okay, hold up.
Yeah, he had like a list. He's like, we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do this, then we're like,
woo! Man, the cartel ain't no joke, man.
Yeah, no, bro. Don't play with that.
No, you don't want that. You don't want them type problems in your life. So, yeah. And as much as Miguel is doing things over there, he's so small time compared to them. They ain't even worth even mentioning.
Well, you know what? I thought the mama controlled everything.
The grandma, yeah.
Or
what?
I thought she was Jefita. She ran everything. But no, I thought she was the one calling the shots. But which was just cool anyway. Her case, she was cool.
Right. She's probably running their little spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he's probably talking to them because they probably ain't gonna deal with a woman as well like that, even though she, the grandma, abuelita, and she probably running everything. Still, cartel ain't sitting there with grandmas. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? He's probably like the face kind of it, you know what I mean? But you know, definitely she ain't really ready. She ain't no joke either though, because she was talking about killing Tommy and this and that like it wasn't nothing.
So
You
don't
know?
trust that. Don't trust that. That devil.
Uh-huh. So Blanquito. Speaking of Blanquito, what you think about Tommy's mama and her scenes when she was trying to apologize, and then when she got in the meeting and all of that stuff? What do you think about how she handled that?
She tries, right? We got people like that. Well, I do. They
Right,
try.
right. I'm sorry. I wasn't the perfect mother.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's it.
She got him his ice cream.
I know, right? I got your favorite ice cream. Yeah, man. When she was talking to JP, I mean, that was kind of deep, you know, with the black son, and she left him and talking to him and stuff. I think she really did an excellent job this episode. And then when she was in the circle with Sharon at the AA, I mean,
Yeah,
I think she killed it. What do you think about that?
she's strong. She's just strong. Strong actress. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
that's heavy stuff, and then she's putting it together. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely like her character.
Uh-huh. Now Jay Lynn said Kate is next. I'm assuming you mean what? Next to die. Now you do have to keep in mind that the power universe, whenever they start building up a person or they starting to do the right thing and get their life together, they die. Just when he was doing right, just when she said she was sorry and was gonna be better, bang. So what do you think of that theory, that as soon as she trying to make amends, get off the sauce, get off the booger sugar, bang, somebody kills her, maybe even a stray bullet, who knows? I think Tommy is a little reckless trying to go to war with all these people when truth be told, he really is just a one-man army.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, do you think Kate could possibly be on the chopping block?
Nah, if she is, I mean, I just set that would probably just set the Tommy character off, unhinge him
Oh yeah.
even more so. And you got that whole family involved with that. So I think that'd be an interesting angle too. But yeah, I would probably leave her alone if you want to keep it the way it is. As it is, Tommy's killing everybody. So
I know, right? He already is, like you say, killing everybody. So it's like
you don't need to get him, any more into
crazy.
the killing.
Right, right. Because if she was to die at this point, I think it would put Tommy on a whole nother trajectory,
Yeah.
because he would probably feel guilty that she was trying to do the right thing finally and he wasn't trying to hear it. And now she gone. You know how they always do that in films. I wish I would have listened.
Yeah.
I wish I would have heard what
I
she
was
had.
there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well,
Definitely.
you got Liliana still. He's hurting over that too. So that loss. So you give him that, and then you give him his mother. That's too much.
Right, right. What do you think about Liliana character and how they brought her back and then she died, and Tommy relationship with her? He never screwed her, but love her probably more than any other woman he's been around.
Yeah, she was the homie. I loved her. I loved her character. She was good. It was one of those characters you don't want to lose. When it happened, like, oh man, that was a tough one. Definitely.
Yeah.
But it created the next,
Right.
This ruthless Tommy.
Right, right. Now, what do you think about how he want revenge for Liliana? Do you think he will find out it was Claudia and kill her, or is he gonna let her go, or what? I don't know how that's
What are
gonna
we
work.
episode 3?
3,
We got 9. How many?
10, so 7 more to go.
He's gonna for one of the 7, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna find out, but do you think he's gonna kill her?
It depends on the business, I would think, like it depends what he got going on. I think whatever these characters, they'll befriend each other. They'll try to kill each other, and they're friends again. So you never know what the business, what's gonna happen with as far as the
Right.
money, where the money flows.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So I'm get ready to wrap it up. I ain't gonna keep you here too much longer. I know it's a Friday night and everything, but I'm gonna get to a couple more comments. Anybody else got any comments for my man Rickson, or myself? Definitely you can put them in the comments, and I'll try to get to them. Now we see at the end of this episode that Jannard made the mistake of killing old boy real sloppy. The grandma has identified him, talking about that ear, which I think like he would have killed her. Like, what, you want some cookies, baby? As if like that would have stopped him if he was to the point of having to kill dude or he dead. It would have been you and your grandma dead.
That grandma was popping up all the time. She was
I
coming up
know, right?
every time you look, she's right there.
And one thing that made me upset in this episode was when they was at the currency exchange. You got a problem with my grandson? He talking about, well, you want me to air out the dirty? That cop would have been like, yeah, he murdered an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? She protected him like he an innocent bystander. Like, grandma, how you feel that your grandson murdered an 8-year-old girl? You think he worth protecting still? So I don't know. I didn't like that the cop didn't like air his laundry out right there, but he being too nice. That ain't no Chicago cop. They ain't nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So I'm wondering if she's gonna say to him it was Jannard because she saw the ear, because he gonna be thinking it was Tommy, or will Jannard go kill her? So
the way his character is, he's unhinged. You never know. That wouldn't be a shocker the way he's been.
Right.
So that's good possibility.
Definitely. All right, my girl Nikki B got a good question. She said, I got a question for both of y'all. I wanted to know if y'all was sworn to secrecy, and do you know what's gonna happen? I'll let you go first on that one.
Well, I'm a minor character with the hopes of coming back as something heavier. So no, I'm limited with my information. So whatever I was given for what I worked on is what I know. So I'm a fan just like everybody else. So I want to see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. And I know a lot of you all may think and be happy to see me on there and this and that, but I'm definitely a minor character. And the amount of stuff I know is from whatever they told me. And then I do know some other people on the show. So I got a little extra stuff from hearing from them. But as far as them like giving me the script for all 10 episodes of knowing this, no, heck no. They didn't do that. And I don't know everything. Like you said, I'm a fan as like everybody else. Been watching the show for years, like everybody else. So, I'm trying to figure it out myself. So,
it's better that way though. It's better not to know.
Yeah, it is. It is. And even though I did know everything for this episode and stuff, you still kind of don't know how it's going to play out. And if they cut stuff, change stuff, do things. So, but, we was at the table read. So, of course, when you do that, you read through the whole episode. But you never know what may happen in the end. It's so much that you don't see. It's like another job in the sense where when you go to work, you going to work to do your job, but you don't go to work every day to see stuff you're not in because they ain't going to pay you. So,
And the table read for me, right? It's more or less, you get the storylines, but you got to think like I'm seeing Tommy, I'm seeing all the characters in front of me. So it took me a minute, I don't get starstruck either, but it took me a minute to say, oh my God, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so. So you're kind of like hearing the lines, but you're not hearing everything. So like you have to go back and like kind of look at the premise of everything because you're you know, the fanboy kicks in where you're like, oh shit, you know, I know that guy from whatever, and then it's your turn to read, and you're like, oh fuck, you know, I gotta get on this, you know. So
Right. Yeah, that's true. Hope is Lovely wanted to ask you, Romero, can you speak on what's next on the horizon for you?
you know, the strike is the strike, you know. So like for me, I got my 9 to 5. I own a business too, so I'm trying to work on that, and then just have everything ready when the strike ends, and we just go back out and keep auditioning. And I I'm on the favorite show. I'm the show I want to get on. I'm on. You know, I did it. Like this is my favorite show. So like I'd be excited to do other shows, but I kind of got the good one like right away with you know, we got the
Got
villains. You know?
lucky, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited just to go back and audition and you know, just get out there. And the acting is the fun part. It's everything else. It's the stuff that's unfamiliar sometimes. But the acting, once you're there in the moment, that's where the love is. That's where you feel. That's where I'm at home. You know, everything
Yeah.
else is just you got to learn it as you go. But yeah, hopefully, you know, auditioning come February, whatever rolls through here. I love Chicago, so I think I want to stay here and just try to bang it out here. So,
Yeah. I mean, it's always work in Chicago too.
yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people think of New York or LA and now Atlanta, but Chicago is so busy, so much going on. So, I mean,
Mind you, Chicago,
right.
you're going up against less people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Compared to New York, LA. Yeah.
I think it's 100 people per co-star we go up against when we
Oh,
audition.
wow.
You know, and I think it's Los Angeles is like triple for the same role. So like you want to be a strong actor in a smaller pond, maybe, you know, and like get some credits because out there you're going up against everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great point. Great point. So yeah, man. Jay Lynn say it was a pleasure to meet you. And thanks for the great episode. Definitely.
Thank you.
And of course, you always welcome back. Who knows? We may break this down again in the future, these episodes. Who you know, we'll see. Yeah, definitely. So let me see. Anything else? Let's see. Nikki say both of y'all need to spill the beans, otherwise I'm coming to Chicago to get y'all. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. So you know, she say when her daughter went to college, she wanted to be a theater major. I told her she can, but I'm not gonna pay for it. So yeah, that's funny. I know probably because a lot of people that say they a theater actor, they don't really make money. But with the theater, a lot of actors go to the theater because you get trained, because you're going to have to memorize your lines and then you'll perform it all the time. The sad part with movies and TV is that you just do it that one time and then that's it. You don't get to live in that role. So a lot of actors love the theater because you get to live in that role. You get to be this person every day for a week or 2 weeks or months, you know, and then you get to like live and build that your chops, your acting chops. It's
Yeah,
like practice almost. Go ahead.
it's a good base, and it definitely taught me, you know, repetition, memorization. You want to get on TV and do this stuff though, like you gotta have. I mean, you just live your life.
Gotta have skills.
Yeah, you gotta have some common sense, and you gotta know when to tone it down. And the problem is, like doing theater all the time, it creates a style of acting that sometimes doesn't translate to film.
Right.
And I know because like growing up, I'm Latin, you know, so like in college, you're not doing like roles that are like your color, you know, you're doing shit that you're not gonna do. You're not gonna get casted for it. I mean, in my opinion, you know.
Right.
So like.
Right.
Now it's like, yeah, I want to be. I love being a villain. If there's depth to it, I love it. I love being a bad guy. Like I don't mind that. I'll play a bad guy every day. Like, you know, but like yeah, it's a different animal. Like if your daughter wants to do theater, just support her. And there's grants. There's everything you can do to you know, get that going. Columbia is definitely a good school. I mean,
one of the best for arts.
Good teachers.
Oh yeah, Columbia's got it all. If you anybody want to get into the arts, Columbia is right up there. Columbia College, Chicago. You
Yeah.
know, it's one of the top in the nation. You know, so I told you I do a little rating. I call it the Mosco. Big Bird say, can you give a Mosco? So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this last episode 3?
Let's do 10, man. It was a
Hey,
good episode. Shit.
there you go. He said 10, straight to the top. There we go. So, hey, there y'all have it. Hey, Rickson, I definitely appreciate you taking the time come through. We're gonna have to build the Rojas organization up.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun doing the scenes with you. Definitely got to do it again. Look forward to more work. Hopefully
More to
this
come.
strike, yeah,
More to
hopefully
come,
this
man.
strike ends soon, and we'll be back on set next week. Yeah, so appreciate all the dope comments and support, and all the great comments from my man Rickson. And what's your you want to tell anybody your IG or anything out there?
Yeah, I'm Rickson MEW Romero. If you just do Rickson Romero, I'll pop up. You'll see my shot, you know. But yeah, just follow me, support. I always put up work that I'm working on, monologues. Like I take stuff from old movies. I just try to work on stuff. Just working on my triggers. I call them my range. You know, appreciate feedback. Yeah, that's all.
Hey, there y'all have it, and y'all stay tuned because he gonna be back. We see more and break down more of power and other things. So, you know, definitely thank you again for coming through. It was a pleasure. Yeah, and
thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Deuces, we out of here. Peace.